Testing. Testing. Okay, testing. Testing. Testing.
Hello. Hello. Testing. Hello. This is Nicholas Moon. Ita mtinin gawa ne. Ita mtinin wancan ce. It's the second camera, I think. This one. This one. I think it's this Okay, the input is to this computer. Okay, okay. It should. Yes, it should. But should be. Since talking of time, let's start with the other camera. Gaga, ana tenga wale kuswa mzigo mimi. Sasa ninaona No, we'll just start. We'll be wasting our time. We'll start with this camera that's available. The time also will be good for spent. Later we'll start. So I think everything is okay. We will do this. Right.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Please sincerely apologize for starting in this. When these technicalities can be somehow technicalized sometimes. So, um, you're welcome. Today being Friday, 5th of September 2025. So this will be our 30th present for the Tyap Wikimedians Mentoring Program 2025. So I believe we're supposed to have started since 9:30, but we are trying to the action together. So that causes the delay. So we are just going to start right away. If governments online, we also apologize for this. And we hope that by next time it should be better. My name is Bert, and I'm a member of the organizing committee for this program. I believe for some of us who are here in person, which is not our first time coming in, and I believe we are all familiar with each other, except if there is anybody that you think you don't know, or you are just seeing the person for the first time, then we find a way to have a quick introduction again. But before then, we will need to community session and prayers before we start. So I would like to ask to pray for us now. Um, As everybody's from all prayers, everybody now sings this. That's very good. All right, so thank you. That's what I'm going to
Father, in this time of everything, we want to thank you this morning for the privilege given to us to be here today, continue our lives. Father, we commit everything that we do to you. Commit all the items that we do use. We commit the status. We commit all the people that are here today. Father, we will give us the very opportunity. Father, we can learn, open our hearts, open our mind, and Father, I will understand and use it. With the whole day in our life, we be with us every day and every day. At the end of all things, we will be only in Jesus' name. Amen.
thank you very much, Mr. Zaks. So, I believe for some of us, we just to begin with, how many of us have completed our assignment, the modules? No. Okay. 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 The modules. How many people have completed the modules? The training slide on the average graduates. Okay. So about let's say how many people? Okay. So two persons have not completed. Two persons, yeah, we have sound like two persons who are yet to complete. Please, we are supposed to have passed a vote of no confidence for those who have not completed. But be it as it may, we are still going to be given a grace for us to complete those modules before our next in-person session, which I don't think. Okay. Our next in-person session, please try and complete your modules. These things, once you just sit down and focus on them, it's not something that will take much of our time. Read them carefully and respond to questions at the end of it. Please, it is important for all of us. Because at the end of this, our certification will depend on all of these assignments. You know, even though you complete, you end up seeing some people have upper credit, while others have lower credit. So you'll be on the lower credit category. So let us all be at the top. So one needs to be one of the best. Meanwhile, so because we all of us here are potential facilitators. Until you learn all those things, how do you intend to impact others? But once you learn them, it is easy for you to teach others. If you go through them, to give you the background of everything you need to. So the remaining all other things now will just be practical and be running at least at during the live and practical sessions. Meanwhile, our time we still have enough time, but in another word, for these modules, they are very important. They are very, very important. And there are some also who are given assignment. Uh, Article preparation has been assigned, while others have done their own, others are yet to do their own. So please try and look at those things. We shouldn't just come here for the program. After the program, we wait till other program. We are expected to carry on all those things once we leave this place. It's not something that we be doing only when we have sessions. Whatever we have been taught here, we are expected to carry them along. Run practicals daily during our leisure hours. It is not something that is intended to interfere with our personal work or our professional duties. No. If you have time in between, if you are spending 1 hour on Facebook work, you can call the time on Facebook and other social media activities and focus on this. It is as good as that. And while you do all those things, you also develop yourselves. You get to understand how to navigate the interface. And as you make contribution to, you are also adding to your own tallies as it concerns edit counts. You are also adding to your own tallies. As you do that, you are not helping yet, but you are helping yourself. Because the more you do it, the more opportunities you are unlocking as far as the ecosystem, Wikimedia ecosystem is concerned. Because at the end of it all, the number of your agents have a lot to do with your experience in the work. The lesser the work, your number of edits, it is assumed the lesser your experience. The more your edit, it is linking the more your experience. So it is begin to implement others or to carry out other projects in individually or as a team outside this place. You can you think that okay, with the number of your edits, you have what it takes to carry out this project. So while we are doing this, we are also looking that okay, the community begin the expansion very soon. And the expansion will begin with all of us here who are having this training. It's our duty now after what we learn here, we also go and start impacting others. We are not only here to remain in class one. After class one, we want to start up something. So, so without wasting much about that, because our time is fast spent. Um, I'll just hand over the time to come back and see where we are today and what we intend to achieve. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Piers, and welcome to every one of us for being here. I'm sorry for the time we took this far. It's actually, you know, technical things. Even those who are actually technology has no friends, kind of, so to say. So we actually were able to test the whole system. And it was working like 3 4 days a day, but only for us to come today, everything is messed up as if we have never done it before. We took our time in the night and did all these things, but it's as if we never did them. So we'll work on improving this thing, and we hope that in the next time we meet, everything will be sharp. So I don't know if the recording is still working. And if you can look at my screen, um, you can see that I'm making some little corrections to this very article. So, just as we learned in the previous lesson, if one is creative or if one is making edits, always check your work and make sure that all the information is correct before you publish it in Namespace. It's better that Namespace start works for 1 year than for you to have it in the Namespace and the information there is not correct. So, from what I can see here, the shading is not exactly what I look at government. Um, let's not be that the template will earlier, you know, um, should I say, touch on how to copy from an existing article and replicate. Let it not be that it's a mistake or a good. Ideally, one is supposed to start the article afresh from scratch. But I just use my own partner because usually I like to replicate the one I've already made and then paste it, and it makes it faster for me. But then if we actually copy from an existing article and to work on the article, that makes it problematic. So before I came, that's actually why what made me to come here today. I was working on some of them like that. There was still a lot of years. So whenever we want to create this article, let's look at the one again. Ask Google, where is this place located? Google will give the answer of in which local government, in which LGA is is Bishini located? If you bring out the answer, you can see it is in Kashmir. For example, like a local government, because someone who doesn't know it, I don't know if you actually take note of how many journalists are working with Wikipedia. So many in Lagos, some are in Port Harcourt, they never been to this very part of the world before. And once they see that on Wikipedia, they don't care to write if it is correct or not. Just publish it. And before you know it, you have a lot of contradictory information on the press. So let's check our work again. The Bishop can okay. So Bishini Town, oh, between so Bishini Town is located in Kachia local government. I don't know the rest of us here. I will get it very well. For the sake of those who are present. Because
Yeah, it's very
okay, so it's controversy. Okay. So Bishini local government is located close to Niger State. This highway, Kaduna Jere Road, is along that road. So Zango Kata local government is far close to Jos. So is one is in the east, one is in the west. So they are not even close by at all. So, so um, okay, so the local government area here is Kachia, North Zango Kata local government, and then the district. Um, that's what we spoke about this Mindat maps. So Mindat um, will give you the more appropriate information, so to say. Even though they also have their own issues, but you can always use it. What is the place? Sorry. So let me check machine that, and then I will see. So it seems this very town um, is located in a district called Bichini, but I'm not so sure. So I'll just go to Kachia local government on Wikipedia, and then I'll check because each of the southern Kaduna local government areas they have been, listed. Their districts have been listed. Apart from Kagako, that somebody went and scattered it after the work has been done. So for you to edit it, you need some time again. So Bichini is actually a district. So in order, you see, I opened earlier on some articles and it showed orphan articles like this one. This is our one. It's showing orphan. So in order not to put make it orphan, you have to link it to another existing article. So I want to link this Bishi with this Kashia local government area. Uh, Although it's already mentioned, that makes it not orphan. If it is mentioned in another article, but just so that one can be able to maneuver here and there at the same time. So I'll just put two square brackets before and after, and then I'll publish it. So from here now, I can be able to navigate back to Bishini by just clicking on this place to take me back. So now with this one, I can be able to delete this very template that is telling me that it's an orphan article. So So let me just leave this Kachia alone and then go back to the other main article. So Kachia local government, and then um, let's assume this one is correct. Let's assume it is correct, but if it is not correct, we have to edit it and make sure that uh, the right coordinates are here are put. And you see, we don't just use this square bracket just for using sake. If the article doesn't have an if Bishidi district doesn't have an article existing, please don't put this one. It makes the work look kind of you see it right here, right there, right. It doesn't look good. So we just say the shading is still is a small D, is still good enough. And then of Kachia local government area, you can leave the Kachia because it has an article, and then Southern Kaduna local government, Southern Kaduna state. This state is always capital letter, and then in the middle belt of Nigeria. The reason why we always add this Southern Kaduna to the article is we kind of to make this area more visible. If we don't put the Southern there, the Kaduna state swallows it, and it's talking about Kaduna state is only about one portion of the state, mostly about one portion of the state, which really doesn't represent the southern part. So in Wikimedia, we actually call this representation of underrepresented communities because we are working towards not promoting the one that was already in the front. Instead, we are promoting the one that is lagging behind. Because somewhere like the northern part of Kaduna State already has more than enough people that are working on that. If you go to Zaria, you see a lot of editors both here in Nigeria and outside, they are working on that. But the ones in Southern Kaduna, even Southern Kaduna article has not even been translated to other languages in Nigeria. So that's to tell you that nobody cares about it, so to say. So it's as a result of our work with the Romanian group that they now translated Southern Kaduna to Romanian language, and then I translated it to Pidgin, and then translated it to Italian. So if we don't really work on it from this our community area here, we connect it. So and then also in terms of the English language usage, if one doesn't have this app, this it's not an app, it's an extension. You see it here. Uh, you, this one they call Grammarly. The Grammarly will help to underline word that is not where. If this sentence is not well, underline it, and then you click it to correct the whole stuff for you. And apart from Grammarly, there are also other AI applications for English language correction. So you can just browse, let's say the English uh, corrector extensions, and then it will bring out some examples for you, like this Quillbot also works, Grammarly also works, Cider AI, right? I don't know, but it usually works on both phones and computers. It works on both of them. You can install them on your phone and on your computer. So whenever we are writing the articles, we usually read it. Does this one make sense? Maybe this then later on when our brain is fresh, we work on it again, check the whole thing. Is it making sense? Okay, yes, it's making sense. Or let me just adjust one or two things. The purpose is that we are writing Wikipedia articles for the dumbest of people to be able to read. That is the purpose. So we don't use grammar. We don't use a kind of sentence structure that will make it difficult for us to be able to not to understand it. So you yourself, if you want to read it, you can leave it a bit. The later on you come back to it, or maybe AI is not totally bad. You can copy the whole thing, take it to AI. I have a POE.com AI here. I'll just say this please restructure or reconstruct this sentence for me, and then you keep it there. It is going to reconstruct it for you. It is your work. So it's not AI that generated this. It's only the but it will soon come up. So it says it has two localities, New Bishini and Old Bishini, each with its own variation. But this whole thing doesn't make sense to me. What do they mean by variation? I'm a new English learner. I don't really understand what this grammar is. We can look for something simple, you know, something simple like differences. It's each with its own differences or with its own uniqueness, you know, something at least because we are not really writing an academic paper. We are writing something that we ourselves will understand what we mean. Because if you say variation, are we talking about a chemical compound or something? Variation in what sense actually? Does it mean that there are some people that are here that are not there? So that we understand. But to take this one further, you can browse UBCD and see what information is written about that UBCD, and then browse UBCD and see what is written about that UBCD. You know, and if you can come up with anything, let's delete the other part. If you don't want to really create anything, was at the end of it, you, like you can choose to just make it the same sentence so that it doesn't become too the village. See also it is nothing that they achieved. I think it's just a small place. Yes, this one is far away, close to Niger State. So uh, this book, I not mention it. So we delete every article, everything, not only one item. It should remain, and then we will replace it with the right information. So this one, and then the actual has nothing to do with this one. So adjust everything and it is correct. Now for you to have 10, let's assume the coordinates are correct and that we didn't check is correct. So when someone you see that they will not have any challenges and other people also can also build upon this very well and then make it longer. Like for example, if we have people from this local government, yeah, I mean, I think we have snapped some email yet. It is to this very page. So of publishing the work. Um, uh, we, we can also look at so like last week we also checked the actual name for this Doka. That's the Adara name to it, but we didn't really edit it. Uh, uh, the official name though is Doka, but uh, So I don't know if I'm just talking much or we are following. Okay. So the articles were actually listed on the outreach dash is just a few articles on articles that have to do with South missed. I think as an editor you can to the team. I'm not sure you can try and add more like Zero is adding native vicinity for which is really good because one is that area. Uh, but if we now begin to like work on far away and we have not done our own area, it's something you know um, they call it a shameful thing because Chinese they have this kind of like indigenous pride. If you don't work for your own community, you are kind of not doing this. Somebody can even kill himself so that people know for doing it. So I actually want us to also imbibe something like that. So at our own indigenous vicinity, then I don't think anyone will do that. So we can add more articles to the table and and, and work on them. And you can still choose to work on the ones on Southern Cardinal listed here or make your way. It's still part of James, the weather. By the time then the climate will change entirely. You begin to see taller trees. But once you leave that area, you begin to see Hamatan. Then you begin to see everything that you see here, you begin to see it there. So that very region culturally belongs to Edo area. But in terms of geography, it belongs here. It belongs to the Guinea Savannah. And here in this very region, we also actually have different weather, so to say. Like somewhere around Taraba area, it's more southern than Oyo State, that is so-called west. So Oyo weather is more of this area, and Taraba weather down south is more of south. The whole thing is kind of beautiful, and we actually need to write more these regions. So most of us have not started anything yet. That only a few of us have written articles. And should I count names? Should I call names? Okay. So let's start from here. So Xeron has created a number of articles. If you go to the name of every editor, you actually see whatever every editor has done. So when you click on Xeron here, you are going to see even the ones that have not been listed as assigned articles. You see them down. He has created Doko, he has created Google, he has created, okay, he has worked on these other ones, even though he has not created them. But this one was actually supposed to be moved, not did you put uh, uh, when you move it, okay, you moved it from the sandbox. Okay, then you change the name. Okay, because I was wondering what it was, so it is showing this one here. Although ideally, maybe because you started working on it earlier on, and then the output dashboard actually went on cover. I mean, on Wikipedia, it's not to show that that one you started working on. Yeah. So
zero attachments.
okay, so just let me clear my doubt. This is how to do it. I'll check everything record that has to do with him. I'll go to his own user page, his own username by going to my mobile view, and then I'll go down to his name, and then I'll check all his contributions. And then after I check all his contributions, I'll see all his records. If he moved it well, I'll see it. If he doesn't move it well, I'll still see it. So I'll go down to um, the user rights, and then from the user rights, it's going to take me to this very, sorry, is it user right? No, it's supposed to be contributions. No, 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 accounts. No, no, not our contributions, right? No, the not contributions, accounts. This is the right place. And contributions. It's not even the right place. It's supposed to be this they call it
Too much.
Two Forge. It's Two Forge. Which of them will take us to Two Forge? Okay. Global country. And not this one. There's a place. Let's go down here. Okay, let's just check one by one until it takes us to the right place. But I think this is the right place. So I think they are up here. This is the right place. So from here, if he creates categories, you see his categories created. If he creates from the top page, you are going to see everything he has done on the top page. This is the entire article that Zero has worked on thus far. Whether he's the one that created them or he has very large contributions to them. And then all the articles he has created on his own sandbox, you also see them here. So this one has been moved. If it has not been moved, if I click on it, it's going to take me to the sandbox, his name slash Google. But he did the whole work very well. Uh, Unlike my own when I started, I didn't know that okay, the function for moving wasn't activated then. So I had to copy it, paste it on another page and publish it. Meanwhile, the other one is still existing. So that one would be misleading. If someone searches for that thing, it will lead them to the draft sometimes, which is unupdated. So this one is the right way to do it. And then actually also, if we check, it leads us good. This one is perfectly done well, and then the other one it don't come. Also, it has been perfectly done well. So, and you can see this article is well, it is longish. It's not looking too short like the ones that we have done. So he has taken extra time to, and I know that it took him nothing less than 3 hours to work on this thing. Nothing less than that. Nothing, 6 hours. So that's nothing less than 3 hours to work on this thing. But when you did it, how did you feel? You felt joy, right? So you can see that anybody who sees this article will link it back to Zero. 100 years time to still be linked back to it. 1,000 years time. So this article, the machine has recorded that this is the person that has worked all this. And if you want to check the statistics of this article, you can go change it to mobile view now. Go to the article information, to the page information. You're going to see how many percent that zero work on this very article. So you can go to the down, 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 down. Okay, page statistics, not this one. The one down, not this one. The last one down. This page views. No, no, no. Oh, I'm messing it up. But this one will give you the views. How many people have viewed this right from when it was created, your present time, even though it usually records 24 hours before backwards. So it's money. Uh, if there are any records, it has no record here because we haven't reached 24 hours yet. But uh, let's check this review history again. There's a page that you click, it will show you how many percent a particular user worked on. Maybe it will record 100%, 50%, 40%, 30%. Uh, so it's the actual where to locate it now that I'm having a difficult now. Uh, Usually that number of views would show here, but maybe later on this number will be clickable. Um, so I think he has done a lot of work, and it's good that most of us also should so replicate something like this. Try to make your article longer. And whenever it is longer, it has like more prestige on Wikipedia than when it is just short. It's stop. Like this one now is no more a stop, so to say. It's long enough for us to move this very stop. And can only need to put uh, we just check this one Benue State. No, it's not. We have middle belt. We can replace this one with middle belt. It's middle belt command Nigeria. Mm. The ones that are northerners can work on both. We are not northerners. So like list of villages yeah, you can just put Benue State, and then like this stop, you can just do away with the stop and then put category like which local government is located. Adopt, adopt, adopt. So achieve full satisfaction.
I think cover that.
But it's okay.
Okay, so what is last?
Uh, this although I've worked on this article before, if it is not correct, then it will show common. Okay, okay. So it's not correct. So I'm not sure there is an article called List of Villages in Benue State yet. Um, there is. Okay, let's check or let's put it as C also. C also list of villages. But then this one I'm sure it has an maybe the name is not correct, but let's check and see the right name. Is it's absent for Benue State. Let's check it right again. So it's not the list. A list. Yes. Uh, then let's check for the category before using it. List of villages or populated places in Benue State. I think it's something like select the other one. So so everything now that is being done, it all counts as editing. Um, so we'll just replace this populated places. This one with populated places in Benue State, and then we don't need to put this one because This one is under this other one. So if you click on completed places in Benue State, it will break out completed places in Benue State, and then from Benue State it will link to other places. So maybe we'll just publish this one and then see how it what it shows us. Um, okay, I think someone has edited this thing just now. Yes, to go back and then refresh and then come back again to that place and then come back to edit source. So you can give your time to edit any article over and over until it is correct, until you are satisfied with it. Look for pictures, make it more beautiful. And okay, it has only published to it only published the first time I sent it there. And so that adult now is it after R? I don't know. Okay. So probably adult doesn't have an article yet. But let's be sure by checking Benue State. Checking Benue State. Because I know that many local governments in Nigeria don't have categories yet. Many don't have yet. So we can go to the local governments under Benue State and then we'll see adult itself the article itself. So I think none of them have been linked to Wikipedia yet. So you can still do that or someone else can just put square bracket and you check if it actually linked. Because some of them will be having Nigeria. Like this was an ambiguous page. That's why I put that Nigeria cover. Maybe it is ad hoc cover page still. Um, so so we need to see it places. Um, it seems not to be existing. But every local government says it and work for all of them.